Hello there everyone, it's UXW Bill here once again with a piece of audio equipment that my dad found. This is a Lloyd's brand AM/FM stereo multiplex receiver, model number H677G-215A, and it is pretty filthy. I don't really have enough light here, and it doesn't help that the front panel on this thing is kind of dark. But with the camera's light, hopefully you'll be able to see just how grungy this thing looks. Someone also attempted to drill holes in the side of it, presumably to mount it maybe underneath a cabinet or something like that. You can see more of the holes right there. Get rid of that stupid thing. Anyway, it does work after a fashion, and its fidelity is really not too bad. Now, my opinion of Lloyd's equipment, from what limited experience I have with it, generally hasn't been too high. And in fact, I was kind of surprised when I looked at the bottom of this thing and saw the notation Lloyd's Electronics International on it, as I thought that the Lloyd's brand was actually someone's store brand. Now I'm not so sure of that. But it has some tone controls, a bass and treble control all in one. It has a balance control, and then it has a volume control, as well as a brilliant orange and pretty filthy power button. This thing is so dirty that when I tuned it, a big old dust bunny fell down the tuning dial pointer and landed in the bottom of the set. You can see it right there, landed in the bottom of the dial display. We'll go ahead and turn this thing on and have a little demonstration. The more I've used it, it's actually started to work better, and surprisingly enough, I think that the majority of this thing's problems are simply dirty controls, so I'll have to buzz through it with some deoxit or something and see if it starts to working a little bit better. The dial lighting is mostly functional. Might be burned out there at the upper end of the FM scale, it's hard to tell. I've got it on the AM band right now, so let's go ahead and see what's going on in the airwaves tonight.
We've been a strong supporter of data.
Yes. But speaking of reality shows, going back to that, there's one that I watched a couple of episodes on from
You'll notice that one speaker's working reliably, and the other one cuts in and out depending on how you play with the volume control.
And not so young.
I wouldn't say there's a lot of high-frequency audio response on the AM side of things, but it's not too bad as far as such things go. What I really want to show you, though, is what happens when we kick it over to FM stereo mode, so go ahead and do that and find something on the dial that's broadcasting in stereo. Check that out, that's pretty snazzy. A blue light in a time long before blue LEDs even existed or were even popular? That's pretty far out. Both speakers are working like they ought to. Interestingly, when you flip this thing over to regular FM, the stereo light remains on, even though you can tell that the stereo separation is gone. So it must not completely kill the stereo detector circuit when you switch it over to monophonic FM reception. Go ahead and switch it back here just so you can hear the difference. There actually is some stereo separation even with the speakers this close together. It's even got a means by which a pair of stereo headphones can be plugged in. So all in all, and with a little bit of cleanup, not a bad find at all. Thank you for watching, and feel free to leave a comment.